What's up, YouTube? This is Johnny Boy. Today I want to tell you about my MacBook 2008. This is the year where Apple decided to release a MacBook in black, or years that they tried it out but they discontinued it. Since 2008, what was my experience with this laptop after maybe 1 or 2 years? And right now it's 2016, so 8 years after making this purchase. How good is it as of today's standard? So I want to open up the laptop and show you the speed. So I want to go over how it looks. So this is pretty much a cover, pretty much on top of it to protect it. It's pretty much all black, and the trackpad, there's a cover on top of that. And there's like a little rectangle where you can press the button. This is a trackpad, and you can see it's pretty much similar to the 2010 MacBook or the MacBook Pro. You can see the setting. Even these two keys does not have a logo on it. As you can see, the other keys does. And there's a power button right here. That's old school. Eject. This do have a disk drive on the side. So after looking at it, I'm just going to boot up this laptop to show you how fast it is. Wow, it's taking a while. Today's standard, it will probably be boot up, but keep in mind this is a 2008 MacBook. This was not like the state of the art during that time. It was kind of like the lower end, but for a cheaper price, only using for like email, browsing, Word document, Word processing, spreadsheet. Pretty much what today's standard is like iPad users. I'll definitely like count it out for you, and then by the time it gets booted up, I'll tell you how long it took to finally boot it up. And then I'm going to show you the version of what this is running on. I wanted to show you the plastic type of polycarbon. I think that's the type of material. And you can see right here it has the plug, the Ethernet cable, the display port, which is a little bit different. It was kind of bigger, old technology. Then you have FireWire, which no one really uses. You got 2 USB, and you have the optic cable for sound, and then you have the headphones. To show you what I use to watch my movie, stream, Netflix, or something on YouTube that I like to watch. And I use this for the display port, and it connects right here. A HDMI actually, as you can see right here. I'll plug that in. And then for sound, I plug it into the headphones jack right here. And that's how they watch their movies, with the connection. If it doesn't support AirPlay. Holes right here. Not really sure what this is for, but these are like the screws. Like it wasn't like a unibody clean. And then over here, as you can see, broke off. It's kind of hard to see that, but over here along the side, as you can see, that little marks right here. This material didn't last that long. You can see on the black. So I'm going to the Apple logo. All right, finally this thing opened up. And as you can see, this computer no longer can receive Google Chrome updates because macOS 10.6, 10.7 is no longer supported. So you can see this is running on Mac 10.7.5, which is, the processor is 2.7 gigahertz Intel Core 2 Dual, which is like really old technology. But during that time, it was stayed. And then the memory is 4 gigabyte, 66 megahertz DDR2, which right now today's standard is DDR3, and SDR RAM. And then if you want to click more info, it is running on a Intel GMX X3 3300. It is running a macOS Lion 18.3 inch 1880 by 800. The graphic is running on Intel GMA X3100, 144 megabytes graphics. And storage, you can pretty much put any storage right now. Right now, I'm put a 500 gigabyte non-solid state hard drive. You could if you wanted to, but I think it's not worth it to upgrade this laptop since this is already old and the memory, there's 4 gigabytes. There's 2 gigabyte RAM inside. So I want to go through what they have. So during the line, they had the mission control, which was a major upgrade where you can swipe. Sorry, this trackpad right here, you cannot do like swipe or slide to the screen. You have to, it's only like move this trackpad or like left click. That's pretty much it. You can't do any of those gestures. The gestures it does not support this laptop. Press like certain buttons to do like this mission control, like it does that. And then you do have like desktop 1, 2, and 3, which I think is pretty advanced. You still have the widget, which I don't necessary during that time, but Apple added it. And then you have dashboard, which is not no one really uses it. And then there's not really a brightness or on the keyboard. The keyboard, as you can see, it does not light up either. But you still have your volume control, your pause, play, next. It does support iMovie, iPhoto, iTunes, VGA, Guitar Hero, Bootcamp, Booth. It does support FaceTime, Viper, Messenger, all that. Pretty much all the standard applications. Regular Mac OS, Photoshop, all these applications are too powerful for this laptop. This laptop can handle these kind of heavy applications. Play some music and let you hear the sound, to hear what it sounds. Turn it up. It still sounds great for a 8-year-old laptop. I definitely think this is a state of the art. Apple had done a great job back in the day. Not sure why I went with the flat theme. As you can see, these are some of the videos my brother worked on. iTunes. You see how slow this application is. Wow, that's pretty slow. This versus the iPad 2, as you can see in my previous video, that the iPad 2 definitely kept up to its end after 5 years, but this laptop did not. The iPad 2 was definitely more powerful than this laptop overall. Ever since I let them use the iPad 2, they stopped using the MacBook. I was happy to give this away to them. And that, I don't think it's worth like selling, because you will not get much out of it, and it's kind of cool to keep like ancient technology, see how it evolved over time. Maybe I can show my kid one day. In conclusion, I believe this laptop didn't stay up to date with like 8 years later of technology, because it was a lower end laptop. So I do believe in like buying a high end laptop that will last you for a long time, because like the specs will probably be high end during that time, but then later on it will just be like lower standards. So that's why I would spend the money to keep the laptop for 10 years, because I take care of my technology. If you have any comments or questions, put it in the comment section down below. I will definitely put up a link in the description below just to show you like the specs and everything, and the price maybe possibly. And then if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Other than that, if you want to see more videos from Johnny Boy, hit that subscribe button, and peace.